When I started learning how to sing, it felt like a race. I had these people reaching out to me because of some of the videos I put up on YouTube, and they were from big bands and bigger producers and things wanting me to join their project. And I kind of realized quickly that I kind of didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I started buying some courses and trying to study things. I read some books. And one of the things that felt like was really lacking or really confusing to me was this idea of support. Some people would say things like, push from the stomach, keep your stomach tight, but none of that really made sense to me as a over-analyzing type of person. So as I moved forward in my learning, I found it to be very important to know how to do this correctly, and I also created my own methods for teaching this as well, which I'm going to share with you now. Hilariously enough, teaching singing often becomes very much like teaching yoga or meditative practices or breath work, in that we're becoming very hyper-aware of what's happening in the body.
Namaste. Today we're learning about diaphragmatic support, but we're human, so our minds are also sporadic and totally bananas. Similar to the universe, we're always expanding and collapsing constantly. Where we take our breath in from is where our breath wants to collapse from. Feel these sensations. Lose track of what you're doing completely. Think about something totally unrelated. Like that time you were 7 and you peed your pants on the school bus. Feel the pain in your back while sitting in this position. Give up. Walk to the kitchen. Eat peanut butter out of the jar. Question your existence. Worry about the future. And relax.
So I wasn't actually kidding about the breathing thing. Where we take the breath in from is kind of where it wants to collapse from. Meaning, if we're breathing into the upper chest, for example, all this stuff is expanding and opening up, and then it wants to collapse on the exhale. So it creates all kinds of problems and tension for the neck and the voice. So essentially, we want to get better at simply breathing into the diaphragm and then pushing out from the diaphragm, taking the breath in from there and pushing out from there, creating kind of this circular motion. So if I can impart one important piece of wisdom into your mind in this video, it would be that you're trying to create a constant circular motion, a constant physical cue that feels diaphragmatic to you, that you're turning on all the time, not just the beginning of your session or the middle of your session, but every time you get to sing a line, a word, a phrase, whatever it is, you're engaging your support in a way that tells you, oh, this is what singing feels like. This is what support feels like. Every single time. We want to disconnect from our experience of speaking and then go to this constant, I'm pushing down into my diaphragm type of feeling so that you really know that you're singing. And so it starts to make sense. Oh, this is what singing is. Now I'm singing. If you want to learn more about this stuff and put some more of these pieces together for yourself, I have a free course that you can join. The link is in the description. The link is in the top pinned comment. I'll see you over there. All right, so it's going to get weird. We're going to lay down on the ground. Don't want to follow along? You can try to do this in your chair or whatever you're doing. I would suggest trying to do it across standing, sitting, and lying down. If you want to follow along, please do. If we lie down on the ground, flat, which I will do in a moment, basically we're going to pick our head up off the ground while singing a note. That will engage the top wall of your abs and essentially create diaphragmatic support. Don't know what support feels like? This is how we do it right here. As simple as this. You are filling the balloon up in your stomach, essentially, and then you're collapsing in on it. That's what diaphragmatic support feels like. You're always going to be filling up and then collapsing in. So let's do it together. If I go, A, 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 want to go deeper, want to push further, want to get louder, push down harder. It starts here. And then we just dive in further. Simple as that. Whether you're working with a teacher or whether you're following a course, whatever you're doing, you need to find something that's absolutely diaphragmatic so that you have no question about whether or not you're supporting from the diaphragm, supporting from your stomach, whatever you want to say. There are quick, stupid ways to remember this, other than the stuff about laying on the floor and trying to collapse and all this kind of stuff. There's dumb ways to do this. One of them is coughing. Another one is laughing. Coughing and laughing are both absolutely diaphragmatic. Nobody laughs like this. Up here, that's ridiculous. Laughing comes from the stomach. Down here. Coughing is pushing up onto the lungs, pushing up under the lungs to push crap out of your head if you need to do that. So simply enough, you can take something like that and then start to sing through it. I know that sounds crazy, but let's take it, be laughing, for example. If I go, hey, 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 that's diaphragmatic. Then what I did in my training was I took something like that. Every time I was kind of confused, am I actually doing this? I don't really know. Am I actually doing it right? I don't really know. I took something like that. I found it very diaphragmatic. Then I kind of pushed myself a little bit further. So I knew I was using my stomach. Then I would reel it back. And I did this for months and months. Now, whether you're aware of it yet or not, there's a metering system here that you will start to get used to. Most people, when they start learning about support that I work with, find them right about here. You can find that they're almost getting to that top wall of abs, and they're kind of sitting right here. But there's a whole metering system, basically, that's right above the navel and right here under the sternum. This whole area we can learn to push from and collapse down into. So again, you might start feeling it here, yeah, and then you can learn that you can start pushing down further, deeper, depending on what you're trying to do. Trying to go louder, trying to hit a note higher, trying to go deeper, yeah. We can push down to different places. You're not always going to be pushing from the bottom of your diaphragm, but listen to my body. You hear me from my neck first. I'm going to trace a line down through my chest into my diaphragm to about the lowest point I can, and I'll do it a couple different times. So you heard my whole body as a vessel opening up and resonating. I'll do it with a higher note. Now, another cool tip about this metering system is it took me about 14 years to figure this out, but if I sit in the bottom of my diaphragm, I reach for the lowest bottom part of my diaphragm, not necessarily in a physically strong way, but I just reach the bottom of that, I find that my vibrato turns on almost every time. Hey! Another ridiculously important tip is practice your support sitting and standing. I have taught so much sitting down that when I went on tour for the first time, I realized very quickly, oh shit, I don't really know how to interact with my body. I really don't know how to support standing up. That's a problem. I find now that I tend to carry a lot more tension in my stomach and everything when I'm standing than when I'm sitting. You might find that you sing better in the car when you're kind of sitting like this. A lot of students tell me that. I find that as well. But not many people performing these days sitting like this. So it's very important to remember, okay, whatever you're locking in sitting down, you got to do it standing up. Even changing the chair that you're sitting on might change the way you support, and that's pretty scary if you have to perform and you're like, oh shit, I need my chair. Where's my chair? If you have to perform or you're getting ready to record, it would be a great thing to stretch out the diaphragm and to get the stomach to work a little bit. You'd be amazed at how much doing those things will actually help to kick in these muscle groups so that it works better for you and you're not standing there trying to get it to work like this. Why is it not working? So what I tend to do before a show or before I have to record is I try to remember to stretch everything out and expand my rib cage. I go to the side. Keep breathing into the side and opening it up. I do the same thing on the other side. I go to the back. And basically, I'm just trying to lightly force air in here, lightly force. I'm trying to fill this up so that everything is coming alive and stretching so that it becomes kind of like an accordion. Sometimes doing a few sit-ups and things to get this to work is going to help everything work much, much better. All right, so now that you have a little bit of an idea, hopefully, of how this works and how you should go about creating this constant connection and this constant push down, I'm going to show you with my hand, my kind of stomach, the pressure that I'm dealing with when I sing a line, and then I'll take it into a song, the first thing that comes to mind. So here's a comfortable note. Take a breath in, and then push down into that. Again, if you're actually kind of retching over like this in your chair, that's great. Anything to keep locking this feeling in and thinking about it. So that feels like, if you watch my hand like a metering system, this is me pushing down into my diaphragm. Now, the first thing that came into my mind, because I heard it for some reason recently, is a Heart song. And I don't even know what the name of it is. I don't even know if I have the lyrics right, but here we go, ready? Now this is my stomach. This is exactly what I'm feeling. Is it a constant press down? I'm trying to be constant, but the words and the glottal stops and the consonants and all that crap is going to keep creating this kind of thing like this. So it's not just that you're going like this the whole time, but you're trying to, and again, this is what it looks like. Till now, always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. So there's always a consistent pressure there. But again, it's going to waver like this in how much you can kind of keep pressing through that stuff. I just noticed that I'm actually doing that as I speak to you because I'm still speaking from my diaphragm. So to the people that are saying that there's a constant holding of the abs or a constant tension in your stomach, not necessarily. My abs are very tight right now, but nothing's happening with my voice. It is a push down into like this. It's a downward push into the diaphragm or into your abs. And again, that's why I keep talking about doing a sit-up. If you want to add an H to the beginning of some of your phrases for a while so that this makes more sense or so that you can ingrain this in your memory and then lose that later, we don't always want that there, it would sound something like this. Hey, hey, hey. So again, if I take that song I was singing by heart, till now, always got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. That helps me get locked in and stay locked in until the next part of the phrase. So the final part of this video, I just want to ask you to not only keep trying to embody this feeling, try to stop listening so much intently to the way that you sound, the sonic thing you're doing, the style that you're adding, and get to know how to align with the body and sing from the body in terms of singing, and then come back to those things later. But if you actually can really turn this on like a light switch, really turn on this physical sensation of singing, I promise you that you're going to stop judging your voice so harshly because you're just going to know, okay, I'm actually singing now. I'm not doing some weird thing where like, do I sound good? I hope I sound good right now. Or whatever. If you put on a microphone and you put compression on and reverb and everything, it's very difficult to not really hyper-analyze and try to perfectly control what's happening. But if you actually know how to sing, the microphone happens to be there just capturing your performance and capturing somebody that knows how to sing. That's much more of an empowered place to be. Again, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and those things. And again, if you want to take your journey further, you can join my free course. The link is in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys soon.